Hello Creekside, it's Mrs. Genthner, and I am here to share some yoga with you today. I was on a Zoom call the other day talking to one of my Creekside yogis, and we were talking about how much we miss practicing together. So today, I'll be sharing one of her favorite breaths and poses with you. Our breath today, our breathing exercise, is called a snake breath. And our pose that we'll be doing is called cobra pose, which is a kind of snake, so the two go together. You don't need anything with you, just some space to move around and a body that's ready to move and some ears that are ready to do some listening. First, we're going to start by learning our breathing exercise or our snake breath. But before we do that, I'm just going to talk a little about what we need to do while we're breathing. So while we're breathing in, I want you to take that breath in through your nose. And while you're breathing in through your nose, you should feel your ribs and your whole body kind of fill up with air, okay? So we're breathing in through our nose, and we feel our body fill with air. At the top of our breath, so when we're done breathing in, we're going to take just a second or two of a pause before we breathe out. Okay, so breathing in, filling up our whole body with air, pausing at the top of our breath, and breathing out. Okay, so for our snake breath, we'll be breathing in through our nose, pausing at the top. However, when we breathe out, we're going to be hissing like a snake. We'll talk a little bit about snakes. Here's this little picture here. This is a yogi doing a snake breath. And here's a little picture of a snake hissing. So we're going to be doing kind of both of those things today. So we're thinking about snakes while we're doing these exercises. So when snakes are coiled up and resting, they look around calmly, and when they move, they're slow and smooth. So our breathing is going to be slow, smooth, and calm like a snake. Okay, so while we breathe, we're going to be sitting up tall, filling that body with air, and hissing our way out. Now, for the snake breath, we hiss for as long as we want, for as much air as we can let out. So what that means is maybe your hiss will be shorter than mine, maybe it will be longer than mine. Either way, it's okay. We're just going to be doing all of that breathing together. And maybe you can kind of challenge yourself and see how long you can make your hiss. That's a really fun game. Maybe you even do that with your family after we're done learning. So let's start by doing 3 snake breaths together. We'll be breathing in through our nose, pause, and breathing out through our mouth, hissing. Ooh, that was a long one. Maybe you're still going. All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna do 2 more. One of the things that we sometimes do in class, if we wanna have some different things to do with our arms, because sometimes our arms kind of wanna move too, we act like a snake with our arms while we breathe in. So I'll be doing that this time, but if you wanna keep your arms at your side, you're welcome to do that. So I'm going to breathe in, fill that body with air, pause, and hiss out. Nice job. We'll go our final snake breath, breathing in, pause, and out. Nice job. Okay. So remember that breathing, because now we're going to need it while we try our pose, our cobra pose. For cobra pose, we are going to be starting by laying on our bellies, and then we're going to lift up our upper body, stretching our lower back and opening up our chest, we're gonna end up looking like this cobra right here. So we're gonna learn that together. Nice. So to start, we're going to be laying on our bellies. So I'll give you some time to lay on your belly. So remember to be thinking about a snake here, being long and strong, slow and calm. You're laying on your belly. You're gonna start with your head down on the mat. So your forehead will be on the floor. And you don't need a yoga mat. You could do this on the floor, on the carpet, whatever works for you. So our forehead's going to be on the ground. So for the first part of our pose, we're going to be breathing in and pushing down on our hands while lifting our upper body up. So breathing in and lifting up. You're pushing through your hands. Nice. Now you're going to rise up and arch your back, and your arms might even be almost straight, or if that's uncomfortable, you can stay down here and just be a smaller cobra. So we are all the way up, we're pausing at the top of our breath, and then we're going to be doing our breathing out. So we could do our snake breath out. Slow and steady down to the mat. Okay, so let's try to put that all together. We're starting on our bellies with our forehead on the mat. We're breathing in and pushing up with our hands, arching our back like a cobra, pausing and hissing all the way down, low and slow. Nice job. Let's do that again. Hands and head down. Start by breathing in and pushing up, filling that body with air. Push up to the top, pause, and hiss out. This is our last one. So I really want you to try to visualize being a cobra or a snake, okay? So head down on the mat, hands down. Take a second to think about being a snake. Breathe in and up, filling up with air. Pushing up to the sky. Pause and slither your way down. Excellent job. Okay, so we'll take a second to get back into our seated position and end our practice for the day. We're going to end today just like we do normally in class with a couple of big deep breaths and a final namaste. So for these breaths, I'm going to have you bring your hands into your heart center. When we breathe in, we'll bring our hands up, and when we blow out, we'll bring our hands down, okay? So we'll do 3 of those. Big deep breath in and up, out and down. Nice. In and up, out and down. Last one, in and up, and out and down. Okay, bring your hands to your heart. Now we'll bring them right up to our forehead here. Let us think kind thoughts and have positivity. We'll bring those thumbs to our mouth. Let us speak kind words to one another. And then we'll bring our thumbs right in here to our heart center. Let us be our true selves and spread love. All right, we'll give a little bow and say namaste. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me for yoga, and we'll be back again soon.